Most of the so-called white people is not gonna like this goddamn video. I just called up St. Tammy. Well, really, it was at Lakeview on behalf of my people. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get fulfill on prescriptions of certain, you know what I'm saying? So just to keep my family going, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And when you liken up certain areas and liking of understanding in certain areas, which it happens, I'm not educated in that field or whatever. I'm just not growing up here in America, being a man of color, a so-called black man or whatever you want to call it. And just a man of color, just dealing with oppression from so-called white people. You know, we don't have the resources to be able to be educated like they are. We don't have we didn't grow up under that. We didn't grow up with a silver spoon. I didn't grow up with my great grandfathers and great grandmothers and all that shit, doctors and lawyers and all that shit, owning everything, owning stores, grocery stores, hospitals and shit, where I can just, we didn't grow up like that. I didn't grow up like that. Let's just cut to the chase. But when you're dealing with these so-called damn evil, damn devils, white people, I hate doing fucking business with these motherfuckers because they get on the phone when you be trying to handle business. They try to get smart with you. And I'm gonna say, fuck all of y'all fucking people that so-called St. Tammy. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, and death and destruction to America and the so-called white man. I just don't. I hate y'all just as much as y'all hate. I'm sorry. This video, they gonna probably say this video is hate speech or whatever the fuck. But we are the one who dealing with this fucking hate, not the fucking ones that control this YouTube shit. Because the ones that control the YouTube is a goddamn Jewish man, so-called white people. German, Irish people, all that's white people, Esau, they control this hand. So they don't feel the fucking pain that we feel on a goddamn daily basis. So so-called white people at St. Tammy Hospital is evil. And that's what I named the video. So people can easily find it and they'll be able to be aware of the shit of what's going on. They try to get fucking smart with you. That's why I say I'm glad I don't see them in person. Because when I see them in person, I light their ass up. Because my family that know me, they know when it comes to me speaking, talking the way I'm talking, I'm crazy. Especially when it comes to my people, I'm crazy. I'm crazy for my people. Yeah. You know, some people call me a damn crazy or whatever you want to call it. But and that's the reason why a lot of people, I heard that they used to say that my great grandfather, he was they say that was a mean man. And you know what? I ain't never lived in his day. I ain't never lived in my grandfather on my daddy's side in the so-called Creole family, whatever you want to call it shit. They said he was that man was mean as hell. And I can kind of see why. Because you grow up here in a now, for whatever reason, I don't know. But I will say this here. I know one thing. They say he didn't take no shit. You know what I'm saying? My mother used to tell me, well, not my mother, but it's a lot of people in my family. They told me that they didn't that my daddy's people on my father's side, they didn't like they didn't like the Caucasian people. I didn't understand why, you know, growing up and you know what I'm saying, the way that I grew up and stuff. But as I gotten older, but I say death and destruction to all of you so-called white people at the same time. But y'all ain't no damn good. Whatever judgment the Most High put on y'all, I'll be elated. I'll be so happy because y'all don't give a. You know what? Y'all don't give a fuck about blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people. Y'all underneath the surface. I don't care if you so-called black men is dating these white women. Them motherfuckers hate y'all, and if they get an opportunity, they will kill y'all. They will have y'all killed because y'all dating the daughter of the slave master. They hate the shit out of y'all, and the daughter of the slave master hate your ass too, just as much as the damn white man. And the white woman hates your ass just as much as the damn white man. So don't get that shit twisted. You do business with them now. Them motherfuckers will get smart with you over the phone. And if you don't know, that's why I told them like this here. So I said, well, what I was doing, I said, well, I'm doing keeping my composure because I don't want to mess things up and have my mother not getting the medicine and shit, because I know if she was up and going, she would tell me. She would say, look, when your hand, that's how she would say it. You know what I'm saying? So out of respect for my ancestors that actually try to talk me down, because man, look, I'm telling you, man, I can go to war in my mind. You see what I'm saying? And so-called white people, they don't they just are evil people. They just demonic and evil. Why would I want somebody like that in my? Why is you black men and black women working on the fucking police force any fucking way? Them motherfucking people don't mean y'all no damn good. They don't mean y'all no. Them white folks don't give a shit about y'all. One day y'all gonna get y'all motherfucking wake up call. You see how they be talking to your brother? I'm doing business with these motherfuckers and them motherfuckers get smart with you, and everybody sit up there, well, just keep your composure and be all this. Like, fuck, man, what the fuck, man? What the fuck do we expect for somebody to do? Sit up there and just talk crazy to you? That's why I don't feel sorry for whatever judgment the most I put on you so-called white people. I'm gonna laugh. I really do. I'm gonna laugh at y'all ass. Because y'all deserve every bit of the pain. Y'all benefiting off of the suffering of our ancestors. Look what the Bible says here. Um, it says in this is the Israelites, Zebulon. This is supposed to be, uh, you know, I'm, I don't want. I'm just gonna read the Bible. With Judges chapter 5 and verse 18, Zebulun and Naphtali were a people that jeopardized their lives unto death in the high palaces of the field. The kings came and fought them. The kings came and fought then fought the kings of Canaan in Tannic by the waters of Mega, made me God Medo. Hold on, Medigo, Medigo, Madigo. They took on gain of money. They fought from heaven the stairs, and their courses fought against Sisera. They fought against Sisera. In other words, they didn't give a shit. When it came to the enemy, the Canaanite, you know what the modern day Canaanites are? I mean, the modern day, these people, the tribes of Canaan, that's African. Those are the people that sold our people to the so-called white men. You so-called white people at so-called Saint, I don't know why y'all the fuck y'all put Saint Tammy on there. It should be demonic Tammy. That's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to change that damn name. Put I'm telling all of my so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American people, do not go fuck with no goddamn Saint Tammy. Don't fuck with none of them damn hospitals, Saint Tammy. So-called white people, man, they not gonna be fair. If you trying to get information about your family members and things of that nature, and you got a loved one in there, don't fucking talk to no damn white people in that, because they will make you the white so-called white people, man. They are provoked, and then they want to try to say when you act out and this and that, oh, you mentally ill. All that shit is slavery. That's some shit that the slaves brought over here when they came and bought the slaves over here. They doctrinated that and indoctrinated our minds with this white Jesus shit and this white bullshit. And when we come on YouTube and on different things and talk about it, then they want to sit up there and holler hate speech on the video due to violation of community guidelines. Get the fuck up out of here. We speaking our mind. We going through this shit. Y'all ain't none of us. Y'all ain't none of us. Y'all ain't black. Y'all ain't Hispanic, and y'all ain't Native American. So you don't know what it's like. It's to feel the fucking pain that we feel. You don't know what it's like to grow up in poverty. None of that shit. We do. You don't know what it's like is to go and stand in the court of a racist judge. That's right. A racist, so-called demonic, evil man that hates the hell out of you and hates your fucking guts. When you trying to do business with so-called white people on the phone, the motherfuckers is evil as fucking hell. They don't even give you time to even speak or whatever. They try to talk all over you and all kind of evil shit. And you trying to get help for your family member. Fuck y'all, so-called white people, man. Y'all some demonic, hateful ass motherfuckers. And that's why I don't trust y'all. And that's why in the Bible, in Ecclesiastes 12 and 10, it says, never trust your enemy. Y'all some dirty motherfuckers. Y'all demonics, bro. I would never have y'all in my presence. Mm-mm. Talking to y'all. Only time I really don't even be wanting to talk to him then, but I just do it. The only time I really talk to him if I'm going in the store. And even when I'm going in the store and I'm paying for what I want, just ring my shit up and get me up out of there. I don't give a damn about have a good day, take your receipt and have a good day. I don't give a shit about none of that. I don't say nothing to them. If I have to, I will. Like talk to them. If they ask me about a price, or if I'm asking them about a price, something that don't have a price on it, or I missed the price, that's the only time I say something to them or talk to them. But I just be trying to hear up and tell me what this motherfucking price is, and I want to get the fuck up out of there. Cause y'all, yeah, they some demonic people. And my mother used to always wonder why. She said, I noticed that she said before she got down, she said, what is she said, I noticed that them so-called white people, they treat the Africans a whole lot better than us. I said, you know why? They know that them Africans are not us. They know who our people are. Because those are the Hamites that sold our people into slavery. That's why. She like she told me, she said, you know, son, you baby, you could be you. I believe you right. I said, I know I'm right. That's why they so nice to them like that, because they know them people are not the real Jews. They know them Africans are not the real. They know that. That's why they can laugh with them and be so friendly with them and stuff. You pay attention to that shit, how they treat you. They'll treat you evil and mean over the damn. But see me, I'm one. I hold my composure for so long, but eventually I let loose and fuck y'all, taking that motherfucking kind of treat. Just like, hey, watch that movie of James Earl Jones. I can't remember the name of that movie. Let me see if I can Google it. I'm gonna Google it right quick. James Earl Jones is in the movie of slavery. Okay, let's see what that movie is. James Earl Jones is the first black president. Okay, hold on. Let me go to YouTube right quick. I really want y'all to go watch that movie. The movie was about he had, I think it was three daughters, and during that time, you pay your money to ride the bus, and during that time, during that era of James L. Jones, like uh the movie was about they had to pay their fare and pay their money, pay to put the coins in the thing where you pay to ride the bus, and you had to go into the back of the bus and sit down. James L. Jones refused to do that. He refused to give up his seat. They said, "Oh, I'm sorry, you got to go." He sat down, but he said that section where he was sitting, it was for a white woman, white people, whites only there. You got to get further in the backs with the blacks. So he was trying to take his granddaughter his daughter to school. Must have been about 12 something. And the mother didn't agree with brother Mr. James L. Jones in the movie, the way he was didn't want to take that kind of treatment or whatever, which I'm on his side. Well, even though it was a movie, he said, well, this bus ain't moving until you get in the back where the so-called blacks at. James Earl Jones said, well, this bus ain't moving then. And then he got fed up, and one of the black men in the back said, man, come on, man, get in the back of the bus. And James Earl Jones stood up and said, how long is y'all gonna accept this kind of treatment? He stood up and he told his daughter, I think he called her in the movie, called her Baby D. He said, come on, let's go. She did not like that. She said, I'm gonna be late for school. James Earl Jones, like, I don't give a damn. Let's get off this bus. And she ran because he made a missed a thing because James Earl Jones refused to take and do what the white man was saying. If y'all go watch the, that's why I say I'm on. James Earl Jones is playing a slave movie. Um, he's talking a lot about stuff that happens in real life, but I'm looking for that movie that he played. Yeah, I'm looking for the movie that he played. When I think of the name of it, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna yeah, they got James Earl Jones. He's talking a lot about black history and what our people go through. And it's still the same thing today. It's just in a different form. So don't fool yourself. I don't care how nice certain white people is to you, it's still in their blood. They all came from the same people. They just act differently, but they still hate you. They hate us. They hate us. Um, I can't. I remember the name of the movie, but I can't think of it. But don't you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so-called white people, man. They them some evil people, man. They are the worst race of people on the planet. They are the worst. They are at its worst, bro. They envious of us, man. They are. Them people envious. They know who you are. And look, it doesn't matter how you look. As long as you come from a descendant of a so-called white man, I mean a black man, or Hispanic, or Native American man, because some of our people, a lot of us look kind of resembles the other nations, but it's about bloodline. It's not about what you look like, and I understand that. But the so-called white, it's not really about that. It's really about you being a real Jew. They know who you are in spirit and everything. It seems like, and you know what? They can tell that by talking to you, your spirit by talking to you. It's almost like they can tell by talking to you over, whether it's over the phone, whether it's in person. I don't care if you look so much like a so-called white white person, or look like the Gentile. It just seemed like it's just something in that so-called white man that's gonna know who the hell you are, and they gonna hate you based upon you being a real Jew. They hate that. Yeah. Now I was supposed to be going to what scripture that was. That's all right, because I don't want to keep. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna come back and make another video on this shit here. But y'all dirty so-called white people at St. Tammy, death and destruction to y'all. The Most High gonna give it to you. Oh, okay, I know it. Let's go to Psalms 137 verses 9 and 10. Let's go there. I got to go there. I did more talking than anything. They banned me on TikTok too. They did. When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, come upon me to eat up my flesh, they shall stumble and fall. Let's talk about the white. Let's talk about the enemy, man. All right. Let's look at Psalms 137. Yeah, when you're doing business with them motherfuckers, man, they'll get smart with you. But I try to let them talk to me crazy. 37, Psalms 134, 35, 36. Psalms 137 verses 9. Remember, here we go. Let's start at Psalms 137 verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. See, people tell you, oh, forget about what the so-called white people did. In the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art thou? Who art to be? Who art to be destroyed? Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be, talking about the Israelites, who happy shall he be that takest and dashes thy little ones against the stone. The Most High said, our people are going to be happy in that day. That's what the Bible just said. Happy, O daughter of Babylon, talking about America, the white folks, the daughter, the daughter of the slave master, including the daughter and the slave master. That's what the Bible's talking about. O daughter of Babylon, who art thou to be destroyed? Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Verse 9, happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone. The Most High said we're going to be happy in that day to do this. That's what the Bible says. People are like, oh man, no, that God. If God is a God of all love, why would He say that? Let's look at the book of Amos. Amos 1 and 11. I think I'm saying it right. Amos, Joel. Yeah, Amos. Amos chapter 1, verse 11. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom. Remember what we read where it says in Psalm 137, verse 7, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. And then it says right here, Amos is another witness to the same thing. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, killing George Floyd, and with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually. That means a none-ending. And he kept his wrath forever. But I will send fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces thereof. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of the children of Ammon. I think that's going into Moab, Ammon, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have ripped up the women, and with child of Gilgad, that they might enlarge their border. That means territory. They went and killing our people. They persecuted our people all kind of ways. They went and took their lands and landmarks and resources, and the border is dealing with the border lines, dealing with the territory and all that stuff that they took from our people. He says, thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, he said, he ain't gonna turn away. I mean, they're gonna get their judgment. That's what the Bible says. Let's go to the book of Obadiah. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the book of Obadiah, so people won't be saying I'm making this up or nothing like that. Show it to them. The book of Obadiah is about the book of Edom too. Zephaniah 2 and 12. Ye Ethiopians also ye shall be slain by my sword. He said the Ethiopians are too. All right, let's go to Obadiah. Joel, Daniel, Joel. The book of Obadiah is here it is. It's a small book. Obadiah chapter 1, verses Verse 16, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathens. That's talking about all the heathen, the Edomites. As thou hast done it, shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall turn upon thy own head. For as ye have drunken upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathens drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. They're gonna be just like they ain't never existed. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness in the house of Jacob, shall possess their possessors. Possess their possessors. The ones that possess us, he said, we're going to possess them. You know, our people are going to possess them. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. That's their judgment. Simple as that. He said, there should not be any remaining of the house of Esau. So if God is all love, why would he be speaking these prophecies? They never come to pass yet. But it's a future prophecy. So that's what I'm telling you, so-called white people at St. Tammany. According to God, y'all got y'all day coming. Like didn't they always say, you reap what you sow? They always say every dog got his day. How many of y'all ever heard that? They say every dog got his day. So y'all, man, that shit, I ain't gonna lie, man, that shit pissed me off, man. You you can't even do business with these dirty motherfuckers, demonic, evil people, because they're gonna talk shit to you and talk crazy. They think they can talk crazy to you. But I hope every last single one of y'all get this video. I really do. Because y'all need to have a lesson taught and know that they always doing stuff to our people. I see videos it done 2 weeks ago. Florida 15-year-old sentenced to 40 years for trap murder. That ain't nothing compared to what you so-called white. Y'all is the one caused all of this here. Y'all forefathers, Christopher Columbus came over here, and y'all committed the first murders out of about everybody. So who are y'all to be called yourself and sentencing somebody? Well, guess what? Y'all gonna be sentenced off the planet Earth eventually. Because who taught him that? He learned how to do it through the so-called white men. And there ain't no guarantee. He might have didn't even do what he was charged with. You don't even know. Y'all gonna have to learn. Y'all gonna have to leave. That's what, like I said. You notice that most of the time I'm by myself. I don't deal with so-called white people. I don't, not at all. I don't even like holding conversation with them. Period. Period. Mm-mm. What the hell am I hold a conversation with an enemy for? That wouldn't make sense at all. Why would I entertain the devil? I'm not entertaining no damn devil. You so-called white people at St. Tammany is evil. That's the title of the video. I'll come back with some more.